Well, it looks like I'm running another half marathon. This morning was the registration day for the general public for the Disneyland half marathon weekend for 2026, and seconds before I was redirected for my turn, it said less than a minute, the little message on the bottom of the screen showed that the 10K was sold out. That was the race that I wanted. But I was redirected and I stumbled through the registration quickly and I chose the Dumbo Double Dare. So I will be running the 10K and the half marathon. It was a lot of money, but I've never done the race in Disneyland. I've done it in Disney World, and that was back in 2020, mere weeks before the world shut down. So I guess it'll be fun to say that I've done both on each coast, but now I'm gonna have to seriously train again. Just gotta get the rest on the list. All right, we got the pieces. So now we just need to go over to a kiosk to have someone help us schedule someone to install these items in my closet. It's easier for us to just transport them home. These should fit in my car. The installation, I'd rather have someone who's more experienced do it, considering my closet has fallen down twice. Fingers crossed that they have availability within the next couple weeks. Why are these so tight?
Because they have to completely block air from getting on the edges.
I guess. Time to get rid of the last of the popcorn ceiling in the closet, and then we have to sand all of this nonsense and paint over it so that the closet installation can hopefully happen this week. Cleaning out my storage unit that I have to be out of by this Saturday. I just found all of my reusable masks. It seems like a whole other world ago. Like, it's crazy. I do still use masks, but I use disposable ones. Like, almost everyone in my office has gotten sick. And so like when I was sick and still had to go to work, I wore a mask to just try to prevent other people from getting sick. But yeah, like these reusable ones from the parks, different holidays, it's surreal. Happy Wednesday. We are back at the unit. I have to transfer the items that we are keeping into plastic containers because I'm tired of silverfish and other bugs and creatures in our items. So I just went to the store, got some plastic containers. Pretty much all of the stuff that's on like this side is giveaway. It's just this stuff we are keeping, although this is trash. So trash, but keeping these items. Yeah, we have just a few more days to empty out this unit. Fingers crossed it'll all get done. Okay, so we have an assortment of sizes. hopefully this will fit. Okay, I've already hit a snag. There are some pieces that are too tall. They will be crushed if I put the lid on top. I wanted to try to keep the containers small enough, but they need to be deep enough. So this one is just ever so slightly too tall with the lid. It will be crushed because I do have art. I have framed art lamps that I was hoping would fit in either of these, but sadly it's not steep enough. Even if I lay it on its side, it's just the frames that are the problem. I can't fit the frames in here, and these are the biggest boxes that I bought, because then we get smaller and medium small. Darn. Salutations. I am once again at the storage unit. We're getting down to the last wire here. So let me just take my gloves off. There's still stuff in the other unit that needs to come here. I'm going to try to go through certain bins that have like clothes and see if there's stuff that I can get rid of for donation, or if it's like brand new or gently used, if it's worthy to maybe put on Poshmark. I can at least take those home to make listings, and then I'm going to see if I can try to condense some boxes. I have like teacher things I still need to go through. I'd like to donate some supplies if possible to some local teachers, just because I would rather it go directly to a teacher than to like go to Goodwill or something, and I don't know, it could just end up in the landfill. Yeah, we only have like 2 more days. Tomorrow is supposed to be my closet installation day at the house, so I'm working from home so I can be present for that. And then we need to be out of our other unit by end of day Saturday. And I think we also have a Disney reservation for Saturday, and there is like a Disney fan like event. I think it's the Disneyana fan club that's having something in Irvine this weekend. So busy weekend, but I'm feeling pretty confident. A month ago, I don't know if I would have said the same thing, but slowly but surely, like just chipping away at a piece of ice, it is starting to take shape, and we're almost there with getting my closet fixed so that my clothes are no longer on the railing and shoved everywhere, and the storage unit is eventually going to fall into place. So just gotta make it to the finish line. All right, this unit is almost empty. They have all the giveaway things on this side. I have just these things left to put in plastic bins. This is trash, and then it'll be completely empty. I know I don't have the best lighting at 6 o'clock this evening, but I wanted to show my progress. So most of my clothes are back. I do have some jackets and coats that I feel like should go in garment bags on my clothing rack in the garage, like seasonal, because it's already really hot in Southern California. And because I have this second shelf back, I did lose some vertical space for some books, so I just put ones that I wanted access to here. Others I don't want to put on the shelves because I don't want more weight to cause an issue. So we'll see. They might have to go to storage. But speaking of storage, I don't want to put my bags and purses in the storage unit, and I don't necessarily want to keep them in the dust bags. Some of them are nicer, like my Disney Coach bag that will probably stay in its bag, but I do have some like Loungefly backpacks that I'm curious. I have this angle, which you can see the shelf doesn't go all the way to the corner, and I'm wondering if I can maybe install some hooks if possible. There's not a whole lot of space, but there's a little bit like back here potentially this coat maybe can go on its own hook, maybe here on the wall. And then maybe I can have some backpacks and bags hanging in this empty space, which goes down towards like my laundry hamper where I have it. So we'll see. I think they did a pretty good job. I've never had to hire a contractor before, so that was new. And Carl helped me. But yeah, all of my clothes were on the railing. Now they're back in a closet where they belong. And the doors of the closet we will obviously put back on as well.